Welcome to a club for people who love good movies. Use the links in the description to navigate the list of films quickly.
The Road. America is grim, grey shadows of itself after a catastrophe. A man and his young son wandered through the post-apocalyptic world, trying to keep the dream of civilization alive. They journey towards the sea, surviving as best they can on what they can scavenge, and try to avoid roaming gangs of savage human who will turn them into slaves, or worse. Mad Max Fury Road. Years after the collapse of civilization, the tyrannical immortal Joe enslaves apocalypse survivors inside the desert fortress, the Citadel. When the warrior Imperator Furiosa leads the depot's 5 wives in a daring escape, she forgets an alliance with Mac Rocktansty, a longer former captive. Fortfilled on the massive armored truck, the War Rig, they try to outrun the restless warlord and his henchmen in a deadly high-speed chase through the wasteland.
I Am Legend. Robert Neville Will Smith, a brilliant scientist, is a survivor of a man-made plague that transforms humans into bloodthirsty mutants. He wanders alone through New York City, calling out for other possible survivors and focuses on finding a cure for the plague using his own immune blood. Neville knows he is badly outnumbered and the odds are against him, and all the while the infected wait for him to make a mistake that will deliver Neville into their hands.
Priest. In a society ravaged by centuries of war between humans and vampires, a legendary warrior priest, a veteran of the lost conflict, lives in an enclosed city ruled by the church. When a murderous pack of vampires kidnaps his niche, the priest breaks his scarred walls and sets out to rescue her before the bloodsuckers put the bite on her. Joining him on his quest are his niche's boyfriend and a former priestess with supernatural fighting skills. Resident Evil Extinction. Captured by the Umbrella Corporation, Alice receives genetic alternations that leave her with superhuman abilities. Hiding out in the Nevada desert, she joined forces with former cohorts Carlos and LJ, as well as new survivors Claire, Kmart and Nurse Betty, to eradicate the virus that threatens to turn every human on Earth into a zombie.
Somebody, after a zombie becomes involved with the girlfriend of one of his victims, their romance sets in motion a sequence of events that might transform the entire lifeless world.
Mad Max. In a not-too-distant dystopian future, when man's most precious resource, oil, has been depleted and the world plunged into war, famine and financial chaos, the last vestiges of the law in Australia attempt to restrain a vicious biker gang. Max, an officer with the main force patrol, launches a personal vendetta against the gang when his wife and son are hunted down and murdered, leaving him with nothing but the instincts for survival and retribution.
Avengers: Age of Ultron. When Tony Stark jumpstarts a dormant peacekeeping program, things go terribly awry, forcing him, Thor, the Incredible Hulk, and the rest of the Avengers to reassemble. As the fate of Earth hangs in the balance, the team is put to the ultimate test at the Battle Ultron, a technological terror hell-bent on human extinction. Along the way, they encounter two mysterious and powerful newcomers, Pietro and Wanda Maximoff.
Doomsday. When the first outbreak of the Reaper virus hit Scotland, Aidan Sinclair was one of the last to escape containment and had to leave her mother behind. 25 years later, Major Eden Stinkler leads a team back into the hot zone to find a contragent to the virus, which has re-emerged in London. She and her comrades wage a desperate battle for survival against feral survivors, as they try to prevent it from ushering in a new dark age.
Perfect sense. Susan is a scientist searching for answers to important questions, so important that she has given up on other things, like love, until she meets Mikhail.
Tell us in the comments which movies you think should be added to the list.